In this video, let us discuss about the root canal sealers. So sealers play an important role in the root canal obturation to have an intimate contact with your canal walls. Okay, and in order to obtain a three-dimensional obturation also, your sealers are playing a very important role in filling a lateral canals and obtaining a good seal. Okay, so basically we can classify the root canal sealer as zinc oxide based, calcium hydroxide based, resin based and silicone based and GIC based. This is a simple classification. Classification are given by Grossman and Harty et al. And the one which I am describing is a simplified version. Okay. So zinc oxide based sealers. First let us start with Grossman's formula. So Grossman used zinc oxide, stabilite resin, bismuth subcarbonate, barium sulfate and sodium borate along with an eugenol. So the zinc oxide eugenol sealer. Okay. So Roth's 801 sealer is a little bit modification of the Grossman's formula. Okay, here instead of bismuth subcarbonate they are using bismuth subnitrate. So here I am discussing mostly about the composition. Let me repeat. He is using, Grossman is using zinc oxide, then stabilite resin, is adding some resin and is adding bismuth subcarbonate, barium sulfate, sodium borate and eugenol. So Roth is modifying this formula by changing the bismuth subcarbonate to bismuth subnitrate. Okay. Then Rickert has given his formula. So he has added silver, but the silver, he added silver in order to gain radio opacity, but the disadvantage was the stain caused by silver. And also this Rickert's formula had rapid setting. How I remember is Rickert, R and R. So when I pronounce that name Rickert, I will definitely remember something related to R, that is rapid setting. So in order to remember, in order to overcome this disadvantage, pulp canal sealer with extended working time was brought into the market. So its working time were about 6 hours. So we also have non-eugenol formulations also. So zinc oxide eugenol sealer, first Grossman gave his formula, then Roth made a little bit changes, then Rickert gave his formula, it has disadvantage, and then pulp canal sealer came into the market, overcoming the disadvantage of Rickert's formula. Now let us discuss about the calcium hydroxide based sealers. Okay, calcium hydroxide based sealer, we are going to discuss about Seal Apex, Apexit, CRCS, calcibiotic root canal sealer. So Seal Apex is usually given in two tubes. Okay, Holland and De Souza have studied Seal Apex and found that Seal Apex encouraged the apical closure by cementum deposition, which is a point of advantage. But when it is extruded beyond apex, it caused an chronic inflammatory reaction. Okay, so the extruded filling material is usually resorbed in 4 to 5 months. So when I am writing about Seal Apex, I will remember like I have to write a point of positive and what are the disadvantage. So point of positive, I will write the one which is given by Holland and De Souza. Okay. Then Apexit is a combination of calcium hydroxide and salicylate. Okay. CRCS is calcibiotic root canal sealer. Here they are using calcium hydroxide, then zinc oxide eugenol based. Okay. So they are using a combination of calcium hydroxide and zinc oxide eugenol based. Okay. But since the calcium hydroxide is actually not released from this formulation, the main purpose of this sealer is becoming questionable. So resin sealer, we are going to discuss about AH26, AH+, Epiphany, Diacat and Enduris. Okay. AH26 sealer is an epoxy resin based sealer. Okay, it had methenamine in its formulation, and because of the presence of methenamine, it gave off formaldehyde. So formaldehyde is a bit of toxic and concern. So this is actually a kind of a disadvantage. So it this formaldehyde reduced after 24 hours and then later it becomes insignificant. But even though AH plus tried to overcome this formation of formaldehyde. So it contains adamantine. Okay. Here it had methenamine, and because of the presence of methenamine, it gave formaldehyde. Now in this AH plus they have modified it and it is containing adamantine. So working time is 4 hours and setting time is 8 hours. So Epiphany sealer. So Epiphany sealer is the one that we commonly use it with Resilon. Okay. Epiphany sealer is a self-curing. So it usually cures within 25 to 30 minutes. Its composition is completely resin based. So when we tell resin, the name first which comes to our mind is BisGMA. Yes, UDMA, BisGMA, PEGDMA and EBPADMA. So these are the composition, and along with that it is also having calcium hydroxide and silica. Okay, it also having barium sulfate for radio opacity. Then it comes along with the self-etching primer. Okay, so since it is a resin-based sealer, whenever you are going to use a sodium hypochlorite, it will definitely have a negative effect on the bond strength. Okay, so it is necessary to neutralize the sodium hypochlorite when you are going to use a kind of a resin sealer. So after you are using the sealer and after obturation, you have to light cure the it is necessary to light cure it for 40 seconds in order to obtain a coronal seal. Okay, so it can also self cure, but in order to obtain an immediate coronal seal, it is better if you are going to use a light cure also. Okay, then let us discuss about diacat. Diacat is a polyketone compound that sets by chelation. So it is also kind of a resin cement. It's a polyketone compound. It sets by chelation. Okay, how I remember this is diacat. I remember like this KE, and then I will remember about chelation. Then Endorase is also an urethane methacrylate based sealer. The important property of an Endorase is its hydrophilic nature. So it will wet the dentin easily and it will penetrate into the dentinal tubules. Okay, this is an important point of Endorase. Then silicone based sealers, Rocosil. So since it is silicone based, it contains polyvinyl siloxane. Okay. Example, Gataflow, it has a polyvinyl siloxane with finely milled GP. It has zirconium for the radio opacity. Then GIC based sealers are also available, that is Ketac Endo. So formaldehyde based sealers are not commonly used now because of their toxicity. Now let us discuss about certain additional points, like discoloration caused because of sealer. So because of some substances that is present in its composition, these sealers can also cause discoloration. So in Ricketts formula, you are having silver which can cause stain. In AH26 also they have silver in their combination which cause black stain, and hence silver free formulation came with bismuth, but bismuth also caused a kind of black discoloration, and hence in AH plus they are using zirconium dioxide. Diacat caused mild pinkish discoloration which disappeared within 6 months of time. Evaluation and comparison of sealers. If we do not evaluate and compare between the sealers, our answer will not be complete. So we have to, whenever we are going to evaluate a sealer, these are the points which we should look for: about the leakage, about the tissue tolerance, flow, setting time, working time, solubility, dimensional change, and antibacterial activity. Okay. Now let us discuss about the leakage. The canal form would affect the sealing ability at 1 month, but the sealer affects the quality of seal at 1 year. So leakage is affected by two factors. It is your canal form and also your sealer. So canal form, the sealing ability which is influenced by canal form, we can identify it within 1 month, but the sealer affects the quality of seal at 1 year. I hope you can understand that. Then according to Pommel et al., seal apex displayed higher apical leakage. Okay, then bond strength to dentin. AH26 gave the highest bond strength when compared to seal apex, Ketac and Endo. So this is a resin sealer that they are using. They are using Seal Apex calcium hydroxide based and Ketak Andesite GIC based. So when comparing this, AH26 gave a good bond strength to dentin. Then tissue tolerance, and AH26 caused irritation initially, but the irritation decreased with time. So we know about this AH26, it is because of the formaldehyde that is giving out. It is causing the irritation initially, but it will reduce, okay, with time. Then flow. So if you are going to obturate a canal with an open apex or a wide open apex, we will not usually choose a sealer with which is very thin in consistency, okay. So the film thickness plays an important role. So thinner film thickness is found with a tubuli seal. It has better flow, okay. So we have to choose the sealer according to the canal morphology also. Then Tagger et al. Have found that this AH26 sealer has a GP softening effect. So setting time. So Roth sealer sets in 3 weeks. Resilon is a self-curing cement, self-curing sealer that sets in 25 to 30 minutes. CRCS sets in, there's a calcium hydroxide based sealer that sets in 3 days, and AH plus sealer has a working time of 4 hours and setting time of 8 hours. Solubility, it is easy to tell that zinc oxide sealer and calcium hydroxide sealer appear to have greater solubility than others. So dimensional change, a zinc oxide eugenol used to start shrinkage within hours of mixing. For AH26, first volumetric loss was recorded after 30 days. Then antibacterial activity. Seal Apex not effective against Staph aureus where calcium hydroxide was effective. That is calcium hydroxide. Seal Apex is also one calcium hydroxide based sealer, but it was not effective against Staph aureus when calcium hydroxide was found to be effective. Okay. So then Grossman sealer, the zinc oxide eugenol based sealer, which is effective to decrease the amount of number of E. fecalis. So this is a quick, very rapid review about the resin sealers. I hope this kind of revision will be useful for the students who are going before examination, and I hope you found it useful. Thank you.